Hello and welcome to the Perception Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Casey Zellers, and today we are hopefully going to change your perception on things that you thought you already knew.
Anything film-wise is kind of what I stick my hand into, though. So photography, documentaries. When you are all you got, you eventually learn to do everything you can do to survive. You eventually get enough clients and you can just do it full time, and what's better than doing what you love full time, right? I am resilient. I am a creator. I am strong enough to get up and make this stuff happen every day. All the things I learned on set. Yeah. Making your own movie, you'll learn what not to do real quick. I think when somebody approaches a music video, you need to think about it as art instead of look at me.
Hello and welcome to the Perception Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Casey Zellers, and today we are hopefully going to change your perception on things that you thought you already knew. Today's guest is a good friend of mine. I feel like we have that kind of friendship where we don't have to see each other like every other weekend. We just pick up right where we left off, you know, type of deal. But it's none other than a good friend of mine, Brian Foster. How you doing today, man?
Good. How are you, man? Thank you for the nice intro. I like that.
It's good to have you on. I mean, I kind of alluded to it a little bit. You know, we've worked with each other in the past. We're good friends, so I'm glad to finally kind of dive deep into
Me too.
all this stuff. So
Yeah.
So today's topic is going to be about music videos, and you work a lot in music videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess just for starters, just go ahead and kind of just introduce yourself and what it is that you really do.
Well, as he said, I'm Brian Foster, and mostly I do music videos. That's my meat and potatoes, as they say. So anything film-wise is kind of what I stick my hand into, though. So photography, documentaries, whatever makes the money, right? But it has to be a little creative. I can't just take anything. So,
Sure.
But music videos mostly.
Gotcha. So what got you into music videos, and why was that kind of like the niche that you kind of stuck with out of?
Well,
Because you said photography and all that other stuff as well. So like, what kind of stuck out to you?
It was kind of the latter. So I started with I started making music. I made music for 15 years. And then I would engineer my own stuff, and then I would engineer other people's stuff.
What kind did you make?
Anything.
Okay.
I was kind of, you could tell that my brain is everywhere by you never know what's going to come out.
So the ADHD type music.
Yeah, you have no idea what genre is going to come out next. Just whatever felt right. I never cared about, really pushing it down or doing anything like that. I mostly just cared about just getting what I wanted to say out and just having fun doing it. Creating, it gave me a purpose. Right. But it's the latter. You start making music, then you start engineering, and then you start filming your own stuff, and then other people are like, hey, that's cool, you should film this for me. And then 10 years down the line, you're like, holy crap, I do this all the time now.
Yeah.
And you eventually get enough clients, and you can just do it full time. And what's better than doing what you love full time, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever you made your first music video, what was kind of going through your mind a little bit? Like, were you kind of happy with it, or were you kind of like, man, I'm never doing this again?
It was absolutely tragic. It was the worst thing I ever did, which is good. If your first video is the worst thing you ever did, you're going on the right track. But I remember watching it, and there were some exciting points, but I was at that point where I just wanted to see myself on the camera. And I would have me and an old friend of mine, we had this little camcorder, and that's what we made the first music video on. And we're walking down the street, we got the spotlight directly in your face, and everything is just so bad about it. But it was cool at the end of the day, and it's still even though it was terrible. Oh, the white balance, we didn't even know what that was. But at the end of the day, it was like, this is still fun, and we're still creating, and if you look at it like that, of course your first video is going to be terrible, but you're still doing it, and it's still, you made something out of completely nothing. And there's no better feeling than that in the world. It's just creating something out of nothing. So I kind of got addicted to it immediately.
Okay.
I was like, I love this. So I would start making little skits and figure out my sound, and then I would just the ladder over time, and
Yeah.
eventually you get decent at it.
Did you ever do like online courses, or was it all just like I'm like self-taught?
Well, I'm mostly self-taught,
Okay.
but you get a few years in, and then I took a couple courses,
Okay.
just to really polish my skills. And I still keep an open mind right now. Like that's the cool thing about filming is there's always somewhere else to go. There's always another limit where you can push yourself, and so you could be 70 years old and still learning. And that's honestly the coolest thing about filming, the longevity in it, the creativity. Just I can go on and on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is there a particular genre that you are a bit, I guess, privy to? Like this is the one that you kind of enjoy doing the most, or you kind of just a broad spectrum of?
You know, I found myself liking kind of like screamo videos, just because they have this cool thing in the screamo band. With the band, you can do so much. You have so much to work with immediately. With all the B-roll you can get from the instruments, and then each person, there's usually 5 people. You cover a whole video right there. But then they do this cool thing in screamo where they'll slow it down so you get some nice crispy slow shots, and then they just hit it so hard, and you got all this crazy energy inside of a music video, and then it comes back down to slow, and then they're just so easy to put together.
Yeah.
For all those reasons, you got so many shots, so much B-roll.
Yeah.
And then hit it hard. You got the shakiest, craziest earthquake looking shots, and it all looks so cool.
How do you? Because obviously you got to get a wide shot of the band, you got to get a bunch of dynamic shots of the band, but you also got to get all those individual shots. So like, how in the editing process are you going through all the footage and determining like this is a good shot, and how do you balance out each band member as well? I mean, obviously the lead singer has to get like probably a little bit more screen time because they're the ones singing. But how do you balance out all the other shots and like actually pick like which shot goes in? And is there ever a shot where you're like, oh man, I wish I could use that, but it doesn't flow with the rest of the edit?
That's actually a really good question, because if there's different ways to approach a music video.
Okay.
You could approach it and have it all mapped out and everything be different. So first we're going to push in here, and then we're going to do a close up, and then parallax around them here, and you can have it all mapped out in different things like that. But if you're not planned, say it's kind of run and gunnish, you go through, you get your wide, then you get your mid, and you get your close up, and you come through for your B-roll, all that stuff. And so it really depends how you approach it, is how you're going to determine which shots you get at the end. But then sometimes you're kind of winging it. You go through each shot. You find the pacing of the video, you cut it there, and then you find which shot fits the best. But it's kind of like filming or like movies as well. It's a little different than cinematic movies or whatever, but it's almost the same concept. If you're establishing a shot, you want to push in to establish it. When you're leaving leaving the video, you want to pull out. If somebody says something, really heartfelt or something, you kind of want to, ease in, push into them.
Yeah, you want that to be
kind of feeling it.
Yeah.
So it's almost the same principle. As you got a little more leniency in music videos, because you could kind of, if this doesn't work right here, it's okay to throw in this mid parallax that we did. Okay. And it might not be the perfect push in where we wanted that to really feel the emotion of it, but the parallax still works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different for movies, because you got to be super intentional with each movement.
Right.
I hope that answered your question.
Oh yeah. Whenever you're working with two different kinds of styles, so like R&B, generally probably a little slower, and then like you were saying, screamo, high energy, high octane stuff. So the editing is going to be a lot of like maybe 1/2 second shots of people thrashing and going crazy and whatnot, and shaky cam and whatnot, compared to R&B where it may just be more stylistic kind of shots. Like
that's exactly a great point. The slower songs, you need to slow down.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't come in shaking the camera and they're singing, so you slow down. It's cinematic. The slower songs are a lot easier to edit.
Okay.
You got a lot more leeway. You can play them out a little bit longer.
Does
play each clip out.
easier necessarily mean quicker to edit?
Quicker, I'm gonna say, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if easier also meant quicker, like if there was a correlation there.
Oh, obviously, yeah. It's quicker. It's easier for me.
Okay.
But then you get like the high energy stuff, and you're gonna cut like you said every nanosecond. It really depends on what you got to have a feel for it. I think being like I said, I made music for a long time, and I was so everywhere with my music. I can kind of jump in and feel the song, like I'm catching it with you, and it helps a lot as a music video producer. You kind of know when you want to slow it down. You feel the song too, so I know to come slow with you, or I know to get hype with you, or whatever it may call for.
Yeah. In your editing process, because editing, the real trick to editing that I've found with film, music videos, just whatever it is you've seen the footage thousands of times already, but you have to put it together in such a way that this is the first time you're seeing it. Is that ever kind of tricky for you, or do you ever kind of, I don't know, get like quote writer's block?
No, you get stalled sometimes. You can feel the resistance.
Yeah.
Especially as an entrepreneur, you get so much leeway on when you get your work done and stuff. So
Sure.
And you can always tell when it's going to be like a clustered video, because you can feel the resistance from it, and you're like, I don't want to do this right now. But yeah, that's when you become resilient and get it done anyway.
You're right.
Yeah. You better just go get it done. But they say there's 3 ways to make a film, or that you make a film 3 times, and that's when you write it, that's when you edit it, or write it, when you shoot it, and when you edit it. And that's each time it's going to be a little different.
It's going to be different every time. Yeah.
So if there's 3 ways to make a movie, I probably slaughtered the saying there, but you get what I mean.
We get the gist. Yeah. Is there a particular process that you have whenever you are collaborating with another artist at all?
Like concept-wise?
Like concept-wise, yeah, or like, do you kind of present to them, hey, this is how I do things, or do you kind of let them take the lead and like, it's your music video, you tell me what you want?
Well, you kind of establish that off top.
Okay.
So as soon as you talk to them, do you have an idea? Because the first questions you're going to ask are, do you have a budget? Do you have an idea? Or do you have an idea and a budget together? If you don't have a budget, then do you have an idea that we can budget around? Do you have a budget and we have an idea? Now we can make an idea around that. So on and so forth.
Gotcha.
But when you come to an idea, it's almost best, because I kind of like my work the way I like my work, and I'm kind of big on telling people that in so many words. But you come with a skeleton of an idea, and then I will put this together for you, because I don't expect the artist or whatever to come through and know exactly how this needs to be shot to portray this emotion or to portray this emotion. So I do have a science to it, and I do like to explain that, like, hey, this time I'm going to do this. It's going to look boring. I'm going to walk back and forth 300 times. You're probably going to get tired of it, but we're here to do that. But if they do have a complete idea and I like it, sometimes I'll just kind of ease my cinema part in there to where I want it the way I, what's going to look good. But ultimately, it's their project. So
Gotcha.
If I completely hate the project, though, I won't do it.
Is it ever difficult to collaborate with some people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, you have 2 creative minds there, so you're gonna butt heads. But
not to throw shade at music artists, but a lot of music artists just want to be seen, and there's a big difference between creators and people that just want to be in front of a camera. So
true, very true.
A lot of the times, people just want to be seen, so they'll let me do whatever I want. I mean, I feel like I'm a good soul, so I try to even still go out of my way to make sure that this is something that could do good for them because that's exactly what you want out of it.
Sure.
And, you know, they'll be surprised, especially when an artist comes in and they just want to be seen and then they end up with something really cool. They're like,
Yeah.
holy crap, I'm coming back to you every time.
Yeah.
But then you got like real creators, and they'll have their ideas and how they want to do it, and you have to respect it. Like even if I don't see it eye to eye, I can tell that you are a creator and you want it how you want it.
Gotcha.
And I love that. I want to do things my way. I want my control, but at the same time, I'm like, I just love your mind. I love the way you're working. That's what we're here for. That's what we're on earth for. We are creators.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think creativity is our greatest blessing,
Yeah.
but also our biggest curse as well. Like whenever you sit around and you text somebody, it's because you're bored. Whenever you're playing video games, it's because you're bored. Like our minds are just, I just believe that our minds are just, we have to go to fiction or nonfiction. We have to go to storytelling. We have to go to something creative to always keep our minds kind of going.
It's innovative too. So yeah, it's how we became this good in society. You know, how we got buildings and how we, you know, have running sewage and stuff. Somebody created all of that.
Somebody had to have a creative process go through that.
Yeah, so you got to respect it, even if you don't like it. You're like, at least you're creating.
Yeah.
So, doing your thing.
So now I want to get a little bit into the deeper stuff, a little deeper conversations now, a little bit. What has this kind of work actually taught you about yourself?
That's a pretty good question. What's this work taught me about myself? I'm a lot more resilient than I thought I was. I always go to the entrepreneur aspect of it.
Okay.
Because when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have somebody holding your hand to do anything. It's up to you to get your clients. It's up to you to make your money,
Right.
to pay your bills. And if you slack off, it's you that hurt. So, you know, you grow up in whatever environment, and you feel like you're not resilient, you're not good enough, you don't work hard enough, you're not creative enough. And then years down the line, you're like, I did all this. I am resilient. I am a creator. I am strong enough to get up and make this stuff happen every day. You know,
What was that kind of low point for you where you were down in that valley?
well, I spent most of my life down low in that valley.
Oh, really?
So the creative side kind of gave me such an outlet. And like I said, it started with, you know, art, and then it started with music, and then it started with engineering and anything just to kind of escape reality. And then you keep doing it and you're like, hey, we could all be good at something. What's the Einstein saying that we're all geniuses, but you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a wall? If you're like stuck down, not doing nothing, and you feel so insignificant, and then all of a sudden you're doing stuff over and over and over, and you keep making stuff happen, you have to look back one day and be like, wow, you're not this idiot that you thought you were.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to give yourself some credit.
Yeah. What were some of those points in that valley, if you don't mind me digging deep to?
What do you mean?
Like for you personally, what was causing some of those insecurities to be like, I don't know if I can do this?
Well, it's like a lot of our stories, it all stems with like childhood trauma, things like that. So, you know, not to get too personal, and there's a lot of neglect in there and things like that. So when you are all you got, you eventually learn to do everything you can do to survive. So you know, you sit at home alone a lot, and even as a child, when you're there, you know, your parents are out doing whatever they do. I'm not gonna put them out there, but you would kind of just learn to look inside, man, and learn to look to make something out of it. So the valleys, they go pretty deep. I don't try to put it all out there too bad, but
Yeah. Was that easy for you to overcome once you kind of had that light bulb moment of like, no, I am a creator. I am going to do this.
no, I still get imposter syndrome.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have a theory about imposter syndrome. Like,
Okay.
even though sometimes I'm like, man, I'm not that good. I'm not good enough. I could do better. I could do this. And a lot of people will take that to their subconscious and be like, yes, I'm really not that good, but I look at it in a totally different way. It's like when those moments come up and you feel like you're not good enough or you're not doing the best you can, and I feel like that's your mind telling you that you're coming out of that uncomfortable, or you're coming out of that comfortability, and you're stepping in uncomfortable moments, and that's when your mind does the most. When you step out of your comfort zone. So when that imposter syndrome kicks in, that means you're on the right track.
Yeah.
You've jumped somewhere where you need to be.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I covered it for you.
No. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So you eventually went on to create your own studio, and you have your own thing going on. What was that like for you? Like, what was that process?
You becoming an entrepreneur. Well, first you work a job, always, and then what kind of helped me up is like I worked at this phone store, right?
Okay.
And it paid like crap.
Yeah.
So I would bring my laptop in, and I would, when I wasn't working, I would go shoot videos or do all that stuff with people. Yeah. And then I would come in and edit because there's a lot of downtime in the phone store. And so I would sit and edit all day long, and I'm like killing two birds, one stone. I would do other stuff out there to make money too, but I don't want to incriminate myself. So we would do all kinds of things, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm making more off of my entrepreneur journey than I've ever made here. I don't need this backup anymore. And then you look up, and 5 years later, every year gets better. 6 years is better, and just as long as you're going up.
Yeah. Yeah. What led you to We Are Media? Like what was the inception behind the name there?
First it was We Are Entertainment.
Okay.
And that was from the engineering, and then because I did the music for so long, and then I would do the engineering, and all of a sudden I had a whole team of people. It's like I thought it was a clever name because what was clever about it is you could put anything in front of it.
Sure.
So it's like you could put like We Are Studios, We Are Media, We Are Entertainment, We Are cell phones, We Are cell phones. Like you put it in front of anything. So the media part was just because it went from We Are Entertainment to We Are Films, and I felt like that was too niche, and I wanted to expand that because I did more than just film. So it was like We Are Media. And then,
so you wanted to collectively have your team of people be recognized as well along with you.
Yeah, which I'm the only one left in We Are Media.
I am media.
Well, the we is for us now. Me and the clients, everybody that works together. So it's still We Are Media because we all work together. Yeah. Everyone gets their credit. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The we is for us. I swung it a little bit, but it made sense in there.
Yeah. So I want to dive deeper a little bit in the spiritual sense of stuff. Would you consider yourself a spiritual person at all? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. How does music videos, and I guess also your journey from those valleys, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, from like the neglect and everything to now climbing up and to getting to where you are now? How have you grown spiritually, and how do you kind of identify that this is truly my calling?
Well, when you're creating, that's what we're meant for.
Yeah.
So every time you create something, you do something for yourself. You're telling your subconscious that you can get up and you can work and you could follow through with things. Spiritually, and see, that's such a tough subject.
It's pretty broad, yeah.
Yeah, because spiritual. I would be able to get deeper into spirituality if I would go to like the mental health aspect of things, because I do have a lot of those things. Like I have PTSD, generalized anxiety disorder, and major depressive disorder, which sounds all bad, but it gives you like a superpower where you can read people, you can read a room when you walk in, you have emotional connections with people. And once you become so aware, the spirituality is just there because you become aware of your spirit, of your soul, and you feel, you know what you're doing to your subconscious every day, and then creating all the time. Every time you create, you're building that up. Every time you overcome another obstacle, like when I did my movie, it was so hard to sit down and write every day. It was the worst thing ever, but I would do it because I just wanted to follow through with something. Like, I didn't care how it would turn out. It doesn't
What
matter.
was kind of hurting your motivation?
It's just, have you wrote a whole script?
It's tough.
It is. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, and you really have to be a lot of your old thoughts, the old negativity of, you ain't gonna be nothing no way, especially the imposter syndrome. You have to beat that. And I think all that stuff I think everyday experiences can build your soul. So spirituality is everywhere, right here. Doing this, being because to me, I'm behind the camera a lot. This is a little uncomfortable. So to me, this is building your spirit. So, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. When do you have like a specific moment in time where maybe it was whenever you were shooting the first music video or anything that you were like, I am meant to do this forever?
I still don't have that. I don't have that, but I do know that I want to just make stuff out of nothing. I know that's what I want to do forever. I really, truly believe, I know I've said it a couple of times, but I truly believe that we are all creators. And if you are creating something, you're doing your purpose already. Yeah. So no matter if I'm building a house out of sticks, or if I'm making a movie, or if I'm making a song, or, anything like that, dude, I think that's all of our purpose. And I truly believe that. Yeah. So I couldn't do anything that wasn't creative. Yeah, I couldn't stock a shelf or nothing like that. It's not doing anything. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I want to ask you, because I want to stick with the theme of the show of changing people's perceptions. What is a big misconception that you kind of see within the industry or even outside of the industry that people have about music videos?
A misconception
that you would like to change that perception today? Because a lot of people, I think, from my personal experience, look at music videos and just go, oh, like it's a real quick, like easy thing. Like you just record somebody singing and then you're done.
Yeah, it's not that easy. A misconception, and this could be like anything, maybe like just pet peeves or something that. I think this goes kind of back to what I said earlier with a lot of artists just want to be seen. Mm-hmm. And I think that they're losing sight of what music video is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be this creative journey for you. Mm-hmm. Like you're supposed to make something, and then instead of making anything, they just want to look cool. Mm-hmm. And I think when somebody approaches a music video, you need to think about it as art instead of look at me, what I could do. Yeah. So your music video should be just as creative as your song is. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, don't waste all the creativity on the track, and then just get me in front of this dumpster. Yeah. Maybe we'll point a couple guns at your face or something. Yeah, I'm gonna sign out. Sorry, I'm not doing videos this month.
Whenever you are making a music video, really, I guess kind of what comes first for you whenever you are making it, like whenever you have that backtrack going over the music video and whenever you're filming and whatnot, like are you kind of like a more like music first or like a video second, or like, no, I need to do a video to this and then the music second? Like, because some music videos are just the song, but then others kind of have like a little bit of like a story that then goes into the song and whatnot. So
it depends on the feel of the song. Mm-hmm. Like some songs will just reach out and say something to you, and it's like, this needs to happen in this song. Other songs you're like, this is going to be harder. I have no idea where to start here. Yeah. And the cool thing about music videos is you can get creative in different ways. You could do just creative shots. Like even that is a is an art form. It doesn't have to be a storyboard each time. You could do cool lighting techniques and, you know, things like that. So I don't know. That's a tough one too.
Yeah.
You have good questions, man. Good job. Yeah, good job.
I try to ask the deep questions.
I try not to be too awkward for you. I know I stumble a little bit.
No,
Here.
you're good. You're good. I'm curious to know if there's a music video that you've made that you just look back and you're like, yeah, I wish that my name was not on.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff I wish my name wasn't on. I look sometimes like, just don't tag me in that no more ever again. Especially from stuff like it'll pop up in my memory. They're like somebody's memory, like 10 years ago, and I'm like, dude, that makes me look back. Remove from profile. I don't want nobody to see that ever. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, more than I can name. I don't put anybody on blast by myself.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all a learning experience. Sometimes you got to appreciate it. Like, you know, they'll pop up. Sometimes you be like, look how good, look how much better we've all become since then.
Yeah. Yeah. From those, and I saw this, I believe it was all last year that you were posting about some of this stuff, but you actually worked with Sony on a couple of stuff.
We did 3
Walk me through
videos
that
for
a little
Sony
bit.
last year.
A little bit of that.
Well, the first one, we went down to Nashville. It was supposed to just be a visualizer, but they liked it so much that they made it the official video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then my guy was like, don't let them do that because they're going to try to cheap you out. And so, because, I mean, I kind of did go overboard, but like Sony wants to work with you. I'm not going to go in there and just do your bare minimum. I'm going to show up early. I'm going to stay late.
Yeah. What was that phone call like where you're working out those details with them?
I mean, well, my buddy had booked it.
Okay.
They didn't reach out to me, but they reach out basically to an agency guy. He reaches out to me.
Gotcha.
And then he's like, hey, I need you in Nashville to go, you know, work with Sony, one of their upcoming artists. It was Sony Canada.
Okay.
And the artist was Sasha. And she's great. She's blowing up. She's doing amazing.
Yeah, just shout out to Sasha.
Yeah, really. She's doing just absolutely great. And but I think when I went down there and I kind of overdid it, like even though they're saying, hey, don't do that, because we want them to, you know, if you want an official video, you have to pay for an official video, which is understood. But that one, they loved it so much that they gave us 2 more. And the next budgets were extremely higher. So we had to, we were able to do a lot more with it. Like the truck that came down, I mean, the dude had $1.5 million worth of equipment in his truck. And I'm like, dude, it was insane. I was so intimidated. And it's really humbling too. It's because, you know, I get so caught up doing what I do. You go to like one of these huge sets like that and you're like, yeah, I'm a small fry. But it gives you something to look up to. It's like I said earlier, you could be 70 years old and still learning stuff about filming, and that's what's so cool about it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So you went from overdoing it to then they're like, well, no, we want you back.
No, we want more. And they were while we were at the second shoot, they kind of took me to the side and he was like, you're the reason this happened.
Really?
Like,
Wow.
it's like, so, go out your way, man.
What would you tell that little boy from your past? One day you're going to work on a music video for Sony.
What would I tell him? That's what I would tell him. That's exactly. Hey, one day you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely have some words of encouragement for my younger self. You know, spent a lot of time feeling a little insignificant. So, hey, believe in yourself. You got more potential than you think you do. And we all do.
Oh yeah.
I think every single person in this world has more potential than they think they do, except like Elon Musk. He knows what he's doing. He's got enough potential there. You got it. You know, come back down a little bit, actually.
What was going through your mind whenever you get onto that set? Like, were you able to take a second to like stop and be like, I'm on a set working for Sony, or was it just kind of like work for you?
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, you get there and you just get to work, and you try to be as confident as possible, and it shows when you come up, you're professional and confident, and I know my way around things, but it is intimidating and a different because it's like what standard did they hold me at? You know, so you never know. You go in there, fingers crossed, but I ended up like all the people they had a producer with them, they had their A&R with them, and all that stuff, and I ended up like connecting with each of them, and they were all amazing people, and like I'd go have a beer with them, like that's how cool they are. And so I think that helped too, not only the video, but just connecting with them as people. And they knew I wasn't there trying to take advantage of them or anything. I didn't want to take advantage of the situation. I wanted to work for it. I wanted to come in and bust my butt as hard as I could for them, you know, and I think it all showed. Yeah, so tunnel vision. You just get the work done. You go in there and smile, get it done, and that's it.
Have you taken a second since you've ever since you've done that work? Have you taken a second to sit back and reflect on it at all? Or?
Well, you know, I'm a little different about that kind of stuff because I try not to look for like other outlets to make myself feel significant. I really like to do it for myself. So I felt better about not that it wasn't a great feeling. It was an amazing feeling, but I felt better about getting my movie done, you know, because it was mine and I worked to make this happen. And, you know, making your own way. Like now I'm working on a music video course, and then I got another movie I'm working on this year. And like those are things that really make me feel good because nobody was there to give me a big budget, or nobody was there to say, get up and do this. You never know what's on the other side of it. You don't know if you're going to get crickets or people are going to hate it. You have no idea, but you get up and do it anyway. And that makes you feel amazing. That's the best feeling in the world. So when somebody throws a bunch of money at your face and you're like, come shoot this video, it's like, yeah, it feels good, but you guys just needed my service. Like, but I needed me more.
Is there a big artist that if they were to reach out to you that you would just be over the moon to work with?
Oh, there's a lot of them. A lot of artists. I would
all right, what's top three?
Like any genre or like music? You mean a music artist, not like a director or anything?
Yeah, any music artist that they were like, no, Brian Foster, that's the guy I want to work with.
Oh man, that's tough. Ooh, you're good.
Top three.
Who has the dopest music videos in the world? Fallen in Reverse.
Okay.
Have you seen their music videos?
I've seen a handful.
They are insane. The most insane music videos I've ever seen in my life. If I can get to the level where they wanted me over what they did, I made it. I made it. Because their music videos are just out of this world. You know who else got really good music videos is Travis Scott.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the guy, but I love his music videos. They're crazy. The most trippy things you ever see. So if I wouldn't work with him, but if he wanted, I'd still be flattered. I hella flattered.
Eminem.
Oh yeah, of course.
That Godzilla music video.
A lot of his music videos is crazy. He has this one with it's really inspiring for me. He has this one with I think his name's Jay Boogie. It's called Rainy Days.
Okay.
And I hate Eminem's verse on there. Boogie killed it. It sucks. He had the worst punches and ever. It's like, let me do the worst punches I could think of. But there's just the effect on there is just insane, dude. Like the lightning hits him, the skeleton pops out, the way the rain's coming down. It seems, the reason I like it so much is it seems doable, but yet phenomenal. And that's something I really like because when you're on my level, you got to be resourceful. And I could make that. You see like the Fallen in Reverse videos. I can't do the devil chopping like that, like they did. That was crazy. That was crazy. There's no way I could do that yet. I got a lot to learn before I get there. But the one he did, oh, so good.
There's a music video that, I mean, it was from years ago that still is in my head even after all this time. And I don't know if you've seen it, but Nickelback's song Saving Me.
I don't think I've seen it.
The music video is fantastic. Okay, so check it out in your free time, but it's essentially this guy's about to get hit by a bus. Some random dude just pulls him and saves his life. And then he starts walking around, and you see him like looking above like people's heads and kind of like swiping at something above their heads, and they're all like, "Dude, like you're weird." And then it's revealed that he's seeing numbers
Oh yeah.
above their heads.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
like a countdown.
Yeah.
And then he soon finds out that whenever he sees an old lady being loaded into an ambulance, 10, 9, 8, and then she goes flatline at 0.
wild.
So he
What a good
realizes
concept.
that the countdown is how long people have until they live.
Yeah. That's a crazy concept.
Yeah,
I think what's his name? Justin Timberlake had a movie like that.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
called
yeah.
In Time or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
a good concept where they had to barter your numbers.
Yeah.
So if you like wanted to eat, it's like
Yeah.
10 minutes off
10
your
minutes
life
of-
or something.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And like certain political stuff goes on in the world where you can actually get more time added to your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you to rob it.
Yeah.
You steal it from people.
Steal from people.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That's such an amazing concept.
Yeah, dude, I've always thought that was a great concept.
Yeah.
And Justin Timberlake did his thing on the movie too. So,
Yeah.
he did great.
So you also work in narrative filmmaking as well. And we're going to shamelessly plug Marijuami's here. Kind of what was your process in developing that, and how did that become your baby?
Okay,
Yeah.
So this is a good one. I
Yeah.
love this question because it's such a silly movie and a silly concept.
It really is.
But me and my friend Carrie, also my co-star, we used to just sit around and throw ideas at each other all the time.
Okay.
And we dabbled with that idea, just, fun starter. We're having fun talking about it. Yeah.
Sure.
And then we would keep coming back to it. Like every few months, we would come back to this idea of like, dude, we should just do it. And then I listened to this podcast one time from, I think it was Seth Rogen. And he was like, the idea that you want to do is the one you keep coming back to. And we had just kept coming back to this idea. And I'm like, and then I was on my spiritual journey, and I was like, I'm going to get something done. I want to write a whole script for myself. I just want to show myself that I can do this. So I had no real intentions of even making the movie, but I just wanted to write something.
You just wanted to get it on paper.
Yeah, I wanted to show myself I could. So I finished writing it. And like I remember reading it, and I was cracking up through the whole thing, and I'm like, dude, this is fun. So I just kind of talk about it a few times, and I'm like, let's just try it, man. It's the same. It was the same journey. Let's just show ourselves that we can get this done and get a movie done. So it wasn't like I wanted to come out a big movie producer, Sean and Light or whatever.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to get something done to show myself that I could, and it did so great. Like the premieres were sold out.
Yeah.
Merch was sold out. Like
Yeah.
I sold hundreds of pre-orders, and it was crazy. It was like and I feel like it was like that because when I approached it, I wasn't approaching it for anyone else, and it gave it a more authentic feel. It's like I approached it because I'm kind of a goofy person. I like to have fun and laugh, but I kind of can get deep in spots too. So we kind of I just covered all those bases as I wrote. I wrote what I knew. I wrote my friends in and things like that. And I feel like it all came out like that. And people can watch the movie and be like, oh, they had fun making that. They weren't trying to shove this in our face and make us, think they were secret agents or whatever. No alien invasion. It was just a nice, fun comedy movie, and the audience is loving it so far. Hopefully that continues. And somebody just sees me one day and is like, dude, that dude's crazy.
Yeah. So how did you then? Because I mean, you kind of said you didn't want to come out and be like, I'm a big movie producer doing this thing. So like, how did you gather a team around you?
I would go. This is how I met you.
Yeah.
I would go out and barter my time for a team. So when filmmakers needed me on set or our locations, I would go shoot their promo videos.
Sure.
And in return, they would do our makeup and let us use their location to get, like Deshaun, my assistant director, hey, you come on set and help me all through this. I'm going to go shoot a movie for you, which we have a project we're going to do later on this year.
Sure.
and that was most of it. There was a lot of money I had to cough up too, but mostly bartering. And as you know, some people didn't show up, when it was time. Some people would just kind of disappear. It's not like they would blatantly be like, no, I'm not doing this with you. It's just when it was time. Remember earlier I told you I kind of have a superpower for those things. You could almost feel it, and they're not interested in this at all. Yeah. It's like they just wanted to use me until they couldn't anymore, and now that it's my turn, it's a burden. But I feel like the universe had my back, and it would put certain people in my place that made it get done. Like, not the people that I originally had planned. All those people, it's almost shifted, and then the people that I got left with were like the best people I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine how good they were. Yeah. Like the people that would show up, to Sean and Michael Hall and Carrie, and like just everyone that would show up just were so amazing. And it almost just like something wanted it to happen. It was all pure and genuine. It was great, man.
Yeah, great. And you also kind of siphoned and filtered out the people that you could trust on.
Yeah, well. I mean, you have to slightly.
Yeah.
Some people don't show up for you. Like, for example, there was this one lady that was supposed to show up, and she just left us high and dry. Like, we were there on set, everything's set up. She just doesn't show up. And then my old lady's there helping, right? So I'm like, you want to do this part? She's like, no. Dude, look, hey, you got this. I give her like this big speech. She nails it better than I imagined the other person doing.
Wow.
I mean, absolutely nails it. And it's like every part that was moving like that. As soon as I felt like something wasn't going to work right, something worked better. And you gotta give thanks for those kind of times, You gotta be grateful for that. And I am grateful for that. Something wanted that to be done. And whether that's just a silly, goofy comedy to some people, that it meant a lot more to me.
So how did that speak to you spiritually? Because you're talking about gratitude and whatnot. Like, how do you best reciprocate that? Like, would you say like you give it to God, or would you say you kind of give it back to the people that were in the film with you, or how do you?
Well, I feel like the universe kind of intervenes in those ways, though. So my gratitude would extend through the universe to the people that showed up and to myself, because there was 100 times I wanted to not do it. You don't know what's at the end of it.
Yeah,
you have no idea if anybody would ever if you're going to get laughed at, if it's going to be terrible. You won't make $1 on it. You just spent all your money on there, and you never know. So you gotta give thanks to yourself. I'm so grateful that I got up and got it done, because I feel like I can do that now. Now, when I went into it, I was like, I'm not sure. We're going to see if I can get something done. And now when I go into this next movie this year, I know that I can get a movie done.
Yeah, you got a little bit more strength in
yes,
this one.
And not to mention all the things I learned on set.
Yeah.
Making your own movie, you'll learn what not to do real quick. Every little piece that you can mess up, I've messed up. Yeah, every piece.
I remember being on set that one day. We were out in the woods, and I mean, I don't want to give too much away of the scene, so because I want people to go and see the movie. But it was the scene where we were setting up tiki torches and everything.
Yeah.
That was just it was so funny to me, because I was like, this is probably only going to be like 3, 5, 7 seconds worth of film.
That. Yeah.
But we took 20, 30 minutes to really devote ourselves to the punchline of the joke.
Yeah. And that's a great thing that people can learn from this right here, is like, maybe that 3 hours is only going to get you a minute of footage. Don't go in thinking you're going to get the whole movie done in a day. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not. You're going to have to take your time, detail, make sure you get that sound right too. Let's change your perspective on sound. Get that sound right. If that sound ain't right, your movie ain't right.
Yeah. Do you have any, I guess, words of encouragement for fellow filmmakers that may be watching, or even just people that also want to maybe get into music videos, into that avenue as well, as to like, what it is that all goes into it. Because like you said, like, and I mean, I've been there with it. Sometimes it's a 3-hour day, and it's just like, all right, cool, we got everything we need, done deal. We're done for the day.
Yeah.
Other times it's a 12-hour day for what is essentially 2.5 minutes of film.
Yeah.
So I guess like what would you, I guess, kind of throw out as the best words of advice from Brian Foster right now?
Well, first, if I could do it, you could do it. Anybody could do it if I could do it. I would just want to say that. Not that I'm like, I put myself on a low pedestal. I just really believe that we all have a lot of hidden potential. When you approach a movie, this is a downfall of a lot of filmmakers. They go into a movie trying to impress other filmmakers. They'll go in making sure every little light detail's right, every little component is right on everything except their story sucks.
What do you think is the cause of that? Like, again, just wanting to be seen? Or?
That, and then we all fall into it, right? It's like
Sure.
when you're watching all these great filmmakers, you want that filmmaker to give you, your praise. You're like, oh, you're dope. But that filmmakers ain't your audience. A lot of the filmmakers don't focus on the audience enough. They focus more on the film. And you'll see it in the film groups all the time, them trying to push their movies on there and do this. It's like, these other filmmakers ain't your audience. You made a movie for other cameramen. they don't want to watch it. They're worried about their own.
Yeah.
And so this was a cool thing with my movie, as goofy as it is. Marijuambies is a niche down audience. You have a comedy, stoner, zombie. It's a niche. And this is where the audience is. This is why there was 7,000 followers, and this great movie with every single detail was great had 70.
Yeah.
Because you've never seen me post in IFN not one time about my movie.
I don't think I have at all.
Never.
Yeah.
Because that's not my audience. So if you go into something, you think about who you're selling this to, who you're giving it, who is gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
And that's your biggest thing. And then go over the details. Go over the sound. Their sound is the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
There's so many times I messed up the sound. Oh my gosh. It's the hardest thing.
And someone who's worked in sound and music, that probably has to be killer on you.
It hurts. It's like when the sound person don't show up, and I just taught my buddy how to run it real quick. Like all the ambience in there, the mic, like you look over the behind the scenes, and the mic's like 26 feet away from the face. It's like, jeez, no.
Cut. You can bring the mic closer.
Yeah, please bring it back down. But everybody had their. Yeah, we all got to learn somewhere, So.
Yeah.
I mean, but that would definitely be my biggest advice to filmmakers is just know your audience. Because it doesn't matter if you got a big blockbuster film if nobody wants to watch it.
Yeah.
You spend your $200K on it and have one person in the audience, and that's just a filmmaker that just wants to use you for your camera work later on. Or you can have people that come to buy your merch, people that come and go to your premieres, people that really encourage you each time, share all your stuff, and choice is yours.
So I want to ask you again, because I asked you about it for the Sony thing, and we kind of dabbled in it briefly, but is there a time that you've been able to devote to yourself to really sit back and reflect on the process of Marijuambies and how all that has come to fruition, or is it again just still that tunnel vision? Just still, I got work A, B, C, D.
Yeah, I'm still tunnel vision right now, just because it's not even released yet.
Yeah.
So that's the coolest thing. We only did the private premieres, and we did 2 of them, and they both sold out. I did a double feature on the first or on the second one, and the first one didn't sell out, but the second day or the second showing did, which was so cool. But right now I'm tunnel vision. I got work to do still. I got. The cool thing about it is niche again, and I have places I can sell this at. So I have a couple head shops already that want to sell it out of there. I got some people in Michigan looking to put it all through the dispensaries.
Yeah.
So I'm going through a couple film festivals. I just got accepted for another one, be early March. So I got a lot of work still to do. And then I have my course I'm working on, and then this next movie, and then I still do all my client work. So I really don't have time to dwell too much on it. Yeah. It's great for content. I always have content to push on there. It's fun. It's fun pushing it. It really is. I'm having a great time. Like, you know, we just made a music video for it. You know, I'm a music video director, so we made a music video for my trailer, for the movie trailer, which was a genius idea to me. I thought it was a great idea. So I'm having a great time pushing it.
Yeah. I do want to ask you this question about, so you worked a lot in music videos. So whenever you started your own narrative film, did you find a lot of attacks on you and your skills because people were like, oh, well, he just shoots music videos, or, oh, he can't be a good cinematographer for my film because he's done music videos. He hasn't done anything narrative. Like, have you ever felt like there was attacks on you because you do specifically music videos more than narrative work?
Well, I don't think so. And again, I think that comes from not catering to other filmmakers. Maybe another filmmaker would have said that, but your audience don't care about that. Your audience, you know, to an audience that don't know anything about cameras, you're a cameraman for anything.
Yeah.
If you got a camera, you're everything.
Yeah. You know how to work it.
You better know how to do everything, right? But like actual filmmakers know better. We know that there is, you know, niches for different things. It's different for a music video. It's different for a skit. It's different for an interview. It's different for a podcast.
Right.
It's like everything is kind of different. So I never really got the hate too much. I actually got a lot of encouragement from the people.
Really? Okay.
A lot of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
A lot of encouragement, and it really kept me going. And I think that's another reason to be grateful, is because when I wanted to quit, I remember all the people that was so encouraging about it.
Yeah.
And it just meant a lot. And maybe someday I could do something serious and really show my heart, because I do have a serious side. But there's a reason I kind of came in with this comedy.
Yeah.
You know, if you come in, so if I come in with a goofy comedy, I have a little room for error, right?
Sure.
You have a little room to mess up. Sometimes it's funny. You know, the continuity ain't right. What about the golf club on the other end? You know, like that old blooper movie. But it's funny in a comedy movie. That stuff kind of happens. But you have to learn. You have to learn a lot. Yeah, it's easy to say it until you're on set, and then you're like, oh, this piece was over here. And like that doesn't slide in super serious movies. So you come in for your first movie, you don't want it to be the most serious thing you've ever done, because it's you're gonna make mistakes, and you want to make, with Bob Ross, you want to make happy mistakes.
Happy mistakes.
Like we go through in a fun comedy movie, and you make some mistakes, and it's a fun mistake. It's like, this is actually great.
Happy little mistakes.
Yeah, happy little mistakes. Exactly. Shout out Bob Ross.
Yeah. Hey, rest in peace. What was the biggest difference for you that you learned from directing music videos to directing narrative work? Like, what was the biggest thing that you were like, oh, that is not at all what it's like whenever I shoot a music video?
Well, the intentional, you have to be super intentional with like movies and short films and things like that. You have to be intentional with your movement.
Okay.
You have to be, you remember earlier I told you, if I can't push in to show the tone of this music video, or like on this serious part, I can flick it out and do like a parallax or something. You can't do that in films. You have to be very intentional. The transitions are the toughest, because it's going from one scene to another, building the suspense. In a music video, you can break it up. So you put the story in a little bit, then you put some performance shots in to break it up, and then you got this next part of the story. You can't really do that in a movie. You have to, everything has to kind of be congruent, if that's the right word. It has to kind of flow.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then transitioning to the next shot, it has to make sense from the transition.
Okay.
And then the sound, again, my goodness, do not sleep on the sound. That
There's
has
anything
to
we
be
learned about today.
perfect.
It's sound.
Sound.
Yeah.
Take care of your sound.
Yeah. Was there something that caught you off guard that you were just like, oh, snap, like
The sound.
this? That's a callback.
Well, you think you can go and fix it in post and things like that, but then it's not. It doesn't work like that. Even when you get it mixed and stuff, even your best audio, and then you like compare it to a Blockbuster, and you're like, what's going on? I just don't. It's so hard to get it right.
Do you think that kind of comes from being used to a backing track and then just syncing up and editing later?
Because I don't have as much experience in the sound. I do have some because I've shot a bunch of things like that with this that needed audio or dialogue, but I don't have nearly as much experience doing that as I do, running the camera. So
Gotcha.
if somebody was to come into filming and they only had enough money to pay one person on set, pay the sound guy. Hands down, pay the sound guy. And then if you got money for two, pay the light guy.
Pay the light guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was on the set of Jaws, I think it was. Pretty funny story of
I think Jaws is all ADR.
I think it is because a funny story from that set was the actual ship that they were filming on, like the cast and the crew and all that sort of stuff that they were on. I think it was called the Orca in the film or something. Anyway, it started to sink, and Spielberg said how he got on the megaphone from like the filming boat, and he got on the megaphone and he says, "Can we get all the actors off of the boat, please? All the actors off the boat." And he said how this guy was in knee-deep water holding up his sound equipment over his head. And he said, the actors save the sound of
Oh, yeah, it's safer sound. Let the actors drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound is so important.
Yeah.
I think you could have a shitty looking film, and if your sound's good, it's still watchable. But it's like, you ever watched a bootleg movie? I don't watch bootlegs. If you're seeing a bootleg movie and even the screen looks so good, but then you can't hear it that good, and it ruins the movie entirely. Yeah, that's where you need to throw your money at, and that is a mistake I will not make on this next one. There will be professional sound operators on set.
Gotcha. Is there anything you can tell us about this next film at all, or?
Well, I am working with a really great filmmaker on this one. So this one isn't going to be just directed by me. This one's going to be directed by me. And have you ever heard of Misfit Parade? Misfit Parades. I'm going to work. I just had a meeting with them last night. We hung out for a few hours. We shot a couple ideas out. We have some ideas of things we're going to work together. But we are debating on a few different topics right now. So we're not 100% in. I know for a fact that we're going to be shooting Deshaun's movie later on this year. But other than that, like, my personal project is going to be with Misfit Parade. And I don't know if you've seen her work. I
don't think I've actually seen their work, but I do know.
You have to check it out. They are so good. He is so good with that camera, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was good. And I see that. And like, I'm not an envious person, so I just look at it like, I'd love to learn.
Gives me some other way to learn.
I want to. Thank you for that. I was getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
I want to shoot like that.
Yeah.
So it won't be just me. It'll be me and a great other filmmaker.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I'm gonna ask you one last question. What are you hoping for to get out of your career moving forward here? What do you? I guess not only your career, but also yourself as well.
Well, I want to get better at the entrepreneur side of things.
Okay.
I find myself slacking in some departments. I feel like I just ran myself too thin, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. So when you're doing like your bookkeeping, you're booking all the people.
You can't actually get good at one thing.
Yeah, it's just so much. But I do have some goals. Like I look at this place and I want something like this. I would love something like this. This is actually on my affirmation list right now.
Some place to call home base.
Yeah, home base, and it's not my garage. I mean, I got a nice big garage, and it's like it's done for me and stuff like that. But you're weird about taking clients to your house and things like that. So this having being able to fund a studio this year is a big goal. Getting my movie out, maybe getting an award or two for it is a big goal this year.
Sure.
Making another movie to show myself that I'm not a one and done.
Yeah.
That's another goal.
Yeah.
And, you know, for myself, just being an all around better person. You know, every year you got to do a little better, be a little kinder, be a little more merciful, work a little harder, you know, show my kids that, you know, we could all do it. You know, it's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Looking at that camera right there, and tell people where they can find you and all your stuff.
I'm kind of an OG now, so find me on Facebook. Brian Foster, We Are Media. You can look up the movie, Marijuambies. You can also find me on TikTok, We Are Media. Find me on Instagram, We Are Media. I'm pretty sure both of those are We Are Media 317. YouTube, We Are Media LLC. I try to make it pretty simple for everybody. Just go to look up We Are Media. You'll find me on
You know
there.
what we're gonna do there? We're just gonna have we usually just have it like pop up right there next to your name. We'll change that. We'll just Star Wars scroll all your stuff.
Yeah. Put your link tree up there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, I'm so excited to have had you on the show today. I mean, I really am.
Yeah, that was great, man. This place is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're doing is great. I love it, and I want you to continue to do this.
Yeah.
I don't care if one person views this, because not to like bust your bubble, but a lot of people don't want to hear my story right yet. On my podcasts are a little low, but I was just talking last night about this. It's not about right now. We get it. Later on down the line, if they want to hear something and come back,
Yeah.
it's right there.
It's right there.
And they will come back.
Yeah.
Now, it might not be now, but it'll be later. But I want you to continue to do what you're doing. You're doing great, man.
Yeah,
This is all great.
We definitely got to work together again, because, I mean, you're again just one of those few people that I feel like in this industry, you're just one of the real ones, man.
Thank
you. You really are. Like, you're not devoted to being seen. You're devoted to, this is my passion. This is what I want to work on, and that's in short supply, and especially in a creative industry. So it's definitely attractive to me, and I know a lot of other people. So yeah, we definitely have to work on something.
Thank you,
again.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm super proud of you, dude. And I also want to say that. Like,
Proud of you
like,
too, man.
Like Marijuambies, I definitely wanted to make it out to the premiere, but I had my own premiere I had to go to, so I had to dip out. But
What
no,
great excuse though. It's
Yeah.
like you got your own premiere. Like, that's awesome, actually. So
yeah, so I definitely had to see it. And Deshaun was on, and he was definitely talking it up too. And he was like, "Dude, you got to see it." So I'm excited to check it out when I can. So
yeah, I hope so, man.
yeah, it was great having you on, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
If you like today's episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host, Thomas Casey Zellers, and I will see you in the next one.